Oh my God, it auto switched. We're live. How does this work? Oh, open the volume. That helps a lot. This is so new for me. I mean, I always make these videos asynchronously. I can do them over 50 times, 100 times if needed. And now there is only one go. But yeah, same thing with life, right? Just goes from A to Z, and that's how life goes. Take a new breath. Cool. So for those who don't know me, my name is Jeroen, which is a Dutch name, which you probably cannot pronounce if you're not Dutch. We just got to live with that. Jeroen or Jerone is what people in English tend to call me. And I'm actually building Frontend FYI. And Frontend FYI is my platform where I try to teach you the craft in front-end development. Because my goal is to teach you to become the best front-end engineer possible. And after doing that for over a decade in agencies, I decided, okay, it's time to start doing that, to start teaching that to other people. And yeah, that's what I've been doing now for the past 6 months. I've been working on free YouTube content, which you can see on this channel if you're on YouTube. And I'm also working on a course for frame of motion. Yeah, well, let me take a brief second to show my website and show you a little bit of what I'm working on. And then I'm going to show you what we will be doing today, because I'm not here to promote myself, but we're also just going to do some really nice work. Looking at the chat, I don't see anyone complaining that you can't really hear me, so I guess everything is going good. So yeah, welcome everybody. Let's have a brief look and see if my screen sharing setup also works. And then we can go into the browser too. All right, I guess this should work. So this is my platform, Frontend FYI, and that is what I've been building for the past 6 months, almost full time. If you go towards the videos, articles, you find many great free YouTube videos, even longer videos where we rebuild this Apple TV Plus page, for example, but also smaller pages, many rebuild things actually of other cool things I see on the web and I would love to teach you. And also like smaller component things, just a lot of different content. And lately I've been also working very hard on my own frame of motion course, because there's just so many I can teach on YouTube. And of course, well, I also need to make money. And YouTube doesn't pay that much, unfortunately. So for that course specifically, I've been currently working on the very first modules. Like there's already 4 out there that are teaching you the basics of frame of motion, motion values. And then right now, the 4th and 5th module will drop early next week, where we will be talking about more complicated animations and how to make your animations responsive, which are also over, I think, 15 videos teaching you and giving you examples, playground, all the different things. And yeah, right after that, there's things like scroll animations, layout animations, and really amazing examples still coming up. But I guess that's enough about me. Let me quickly have a look at the chat. Lokesh asks, will it be responsive? Yes, it will be. We will be making the website responsive because it has to be a real website. We're really going to build this page, and Cal will put it in production because they need it, so it needs to be responsive too. Thank you everybody for saying you're a big fan. Take a breath. Yes, thank you, my dear. Important. Thank you so much, all. Thank you for saying I've been inspiration. Really appreciate that. So the web editor inside my own custom playground, I can show you briefly. Let's see, I think we can find it here. Yeah, so what you see here is the live playground that's actually part of the course, and one of the reasons I start building my own course platform. This platform has everything. I mean, 90% has not been built by me. This is Sandpack by Code Sandbox, and Code Sandbox does all of the heavy lifting here. I just made it look visually a little bit nicer. But apart from that, everything is being done by them. So sendpack. So this is their website, sendpack.codesandbox.io, and that is actually what I've used to build my own code editor around that. Quickly checking the chat. Continue what you're doing. Ah, you guys are too kind. I mean, I'm really nervous sitting here. Hoping that things, if I laugh, my audio doesn't go way beyond the limit. Well, we'll see. I like it so far. Let me know if there's anything wrong with audio or things like that. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I'm planning to kind of do this more often, especially now for the Cal website, but also towards the future, maybe for other things, building my own platform. I think it's really nice to just hang out, talk, and build things together. Johan says, I always wanted to ask you if it's possible to do this kind of animation in frame of motion. What kind of animation are you referring to, Johan? And yes, Devraj, indeed, like sendpack is actually really nice and so easy to drop in. They do everything for you. So I also really enjoy working with it. I also know that Josh Como, another really great front-end teacher, he is also using that playground in his platform, and it also looks so nice. Oh, and also see in the Twitch chat, Pierre. Pierre is the CEO of Cal. So welcome as well, Pierre. Glad to have you on board here and glad to let me live stream this for you. Oh, actually, this is so much fun. Like, being able to communicate, once I just get calmed down a little bit, I think everything is working fine. I love it. Let's see at the end, by the way, how I'm going to end this. I don't even know how to stop that stream. Love it. Well, I think it's time to just have a look at what we'll be doing today. So instead of only talking, we might be able to just talk like once we're in 45 minutes and then we can see if we have something else to discuss still. So for today, I'm not sure how long I will be online. Maybe 2 hours, maybe 3, I don't know. I talk long, so time goes by fast, I guess. Well, anyway, so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a new landing page for cal.com. So cal.com, for those who don't know it, is actually a really nice open source platform, open source scheduler, you could say. They have like this schedule tool, and I'm not doing it justice now at all, but they have this really nice schedule tool which you can use for people to schedule places in your calendar. All of us, of course, know Calendly, but who uses that? I mean, cal.com is so much better. Their UI is so much nicer. It just works really great. So that's actually what they do, and their website and everything is fully open source. So you can just really see everything they're doing, how we've built it. It's just super nice. So, and for the past, I don't know, for the past, until like 6 months ago, I was working with the Cal team actually. So I was building their platform. I've mainly worked on the Booker, redo all of the layout, things like that. And then I decided to go full-time to go build my own platform, which was about 6 months ago. And now we are going to work together again. We got in contact again and we said, okay, I can build this page for you. And you know what? Let's just make some content out of it. And then I said, you know what? Let's just live stream it because I don't want to make like an 8-hour video of me boring coding. It's way more fun if we can interact a little bit. So that's where we're at. So Andy in Twitch, yes, this is my very first time streaming. It's a little bit awkward, isn't it? Well, we get through it. Devraj, yes, we will definitely be adding animations to this one. We'll see. I think we will start with CSS animations first, and then we'll see if frame motion is going to make sense for more complicated things. But I always like to just start with frame motion. Amazing to hear, Andy, that you're also a new streamer. How did the first week go for you? Oh, yes, Cody, thank you. Just getting rid of all the boring stuff of all the UI in Figma. Thank you. So back to Cal, back to what we'll be building. We'll be building this landing page. Of course, we won't be finishing everything in one go, and I'm just planning to go from top to bottom. So if we look at this page, it's built into sections. So that's also how we're going to approach this, I think. So the very first hero section, there's some animations with this card that we're going to add. And of course, the Cal website, by the way, is also already existing. So we'll probably be reusing some heading components, button components, things like that. But I will also show you how I dive into an existing code base and how we can then see what we can reuse and what we might not be able to reuse. Little soft, yes, we are going to use React with NextJS actually. Belkacem, if I pronounce it even right, one of the best front-end engineers code. That means so much to me. Thank you so much. You're way too kind. So going through the page, there's also some sort of carousel with different UI states, different components that they actually are building. Oh, and I didn't even say that. The page is about Cal Atoms, which is actually a page where you can have these drop-in components, just like Stripe elements, that you can add to your own page. And this page will actually be explaining that and showing you how you can implement that in your own page. So the next section will be like some live code demo where you see the code snippets on the side, and then on the right you see probably the variants change, so we can make some nice animation that the text changes on the left, and then these new different designs pop in. If we keep on going, you see that there's like probably some scrolling section here with different type of content where you go through these different steps. So again, there's some nice scrolling animations that are also going to be built. And then we get to a very nice bento grid where the designers also made some nice animations for every different block. So there's also some really nice micro animations we're going to add in there as well. So Andy, you're saying you're a designer, so I guess with all of these nice micro animations, you will also get quite happy as well. Yeah, and then there's like a few more sections, different type of platforms that you could use this on, and show you an example. And then we pretty much reached the footer, but I think there is many great components here that we're actually going to create some really nice animations, and well, we just take it slow, go step by step. And Cody, great that you're liking the music. I think it was you who said it. Yes, it was you. So happy it works. Lokesh, yes, with TypeScript too. So let me quickly pause a little bit with the talking and see if there's anything else in the chat that I've missed, and take some more talking water. Oh, there's no music cue here now? Oh, that's actually sad. Huh. Funny. There should be. Oh, you hear it on Twitch, but not... Oh, no. Yeah, my water talks, yeah. If you translate Dutch naturally, it's called spraakwater, which means water which enables you to talk, let's say. So just make sure everything's a little bit wet from inside, and then you can talk. Spraakwater. And yeah, exactly. I think it is really good to see like the whole process from A to Z, going from Figma fully to code. I think that will, that makes it so much easier. Or easier, I mean, it gives you so much more of a complete image of how things work. And you will also see me struggle. I mean, during videos, I just cut things out. If I need to redo stuff, if I need to think, and this is just so real. I mean, I'm also feeling I need to move forward. I need to start doing things. And that is because if you create a video on YouTube, you have to be really quick. And get to the point really quick. And I don't want to say that you guys have patience forever, but I really feel that this is kind of different because like we're doing this together. Oh, you came back from Amsterdam, Raak, I guess? That's so nice. What did you do there? You went to a conference or just some holiday? $60 viewers on YouTube? Wow. Twitch, 3, nice. People on Twitch, you're unique because that's new for me, completely new. No music on YouTube, that's so weird. Well, we fix that next time, I'm sorry. I hear it. So let's just start to look around at the code a little bit. So if we go back to the editor, I already checked out their website. It's, by the way, good to know that the website itself is currently still private, but they're working on making that open source as well. So pretty soon you will also be able to see the code of the things that I wrote. But apart from that, if you go to github.com/calcom, then you already find their mono repo there. Click, yeah. And everything else besides like the website itself is already in there. So definitely check it out if you don't know it yet, because yeah, there's so much really interesting things to learn, I think, already. Oh, someone talking about the setup. Yes, I took a picture because everything is so messy right now. Let me quickly show you. Look at this. Look at this mess. I just took a quick picture because usually I have like a desk right behind me. I didn't think you can see it. That's my recording desk, so I'm closer to like all the Lego back there and things like that. You just get a nice background. But now I had to move everything here because here I have my monitor. So I moved everything, and as you can see, it's a big cable mess now. Microphone, lights, it's a big mess. So the camera is a Sony A7C. Atomos Ninja screen, so I can kind of see myself if I look into that direction, which is helpful, I think. I'm really hoping it doesn't overheat. But yeah, this is what it looks like right now. Very messy. We'll do better next time. Oh, there is music very low. Let me up the volume just a little bit. Let me know if it's too loud now. Jeremy, some Astro videos. I could do that. I think it's nice if... I mean, my whole platform is now built with Astro, so it would be really nice to share some building on my platform itself, and then we can also talk some Astro stuff, I think. Yeah. But time to get coding. We're 20 minutes in. Best setup is a setup that works. This is so true. If that's a messy setup, you should see my setup. I love it. We're all messy, right? Cable management is a whole different game. Amazing. Anyway, so I already checked out their website and do have access to the website itself, which is still private, but will very soon be public too. Just taking my own volume down a little bit now, because now for me the music was too loud. Shouldn't change anything for you guys. It's in my messy setup. I love it. Cool. We got to get building because this website needs to get done pretty quickly as well. So we better start building. So yeah, the way I approach this always is also, I'm not too structured of a guy. I tend to, especially if I'm working on something on my own, jump a little bit back and forth between doing something fun, doing something I like, doing something visually, doing something technical. I jump a little bit back and forth. So let's just see where we jump in. So we're building this in a Next.js app, actually. It's already, of course, everything is set up. If you go to their website right now, cal.com, you also see this marketing page. So you see things like the header is already there. There's, of course, a lot of text. And also this homepage has also some nice scrolling animations, which is actually pretty cool, I think. Bento crits too. Footer is there. So there might be some components that we can reuse. But the first thing I think is we just start by making a new template, add in the layout, and then we'll see where we take it from there. So Next.js, we're gonna create a new page. Let's call it atoms for now. And then I'm gonna, let's see if there's like a page where we can look at feature. We can take the home page. If we look at the home page, you see that there's already like quite some components in there. But the main thing I was looking at is they are using a page layout component, which they wrap around all of their layouts. So that's probably, if we command click it, will give us the navigation. Yeah, header, noise, footer. Yeah, so that's probably what we need for our atoms page. So let's do that. Export default function atoms. Page layout. Hi. Nice. Okay. So because they're using the page router still, just creating this atoms page should already create a route. So let's double check. Atoms. No, it does not. Ooh, interesting. Oh, of course not. We're in production. Yeah. Well done, Cody. Oh, about the sidebar on the right. I don't know. Usually if I record my videos, you see like a split view of my editor as well as the browser. The browser is on the left side. And if I would then have the Explorer on the left side as well, it would be like in between of my code and the browser. And that's mainly the reason that I moved it to the right. But yeah, also during like general development that I'm not recording, I also tend to have that split view. And then, yeah, I don't know. Feels easier that way now, but not really a good reason. Yes, they're still using the pages router. Yeah. Yeah. So we're getting a blank page, which is great. Export the default. Sorry, quickly muted. I'm next to a very loud door. And I was hoping that everyone would be going home for Easter, but apparently not. So export default function atoms. That's actually good. Export default. Yeah. Oh, do we return? Yeah, we return something. Okay. Oh, it's giving 500 error. Let's see. Maybe we need to restart the dev server. Oh, it's trying to get something from their main app. So let's just say yarn dev. So they're probably doing some sort of API call to the main app, which runs on port 3000. And then we're going to split this and then yarn workspace at calcom/website dev. Let's see if this works. Now we're running them both. the dev command starts up the whole monorepo but doesn't start the website. So this will run the website too. Let's see if that works. It's taking a while, which is always good. Nice. What's this text? That's some sort of translation. Yeah. Oh, it's all the translate. Yeah, it's all of them. Oh, I should have tested this. I guess there's some sort of provider that we need to... Oh, yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Let's just take this index, locale, yeah, so that means probably, yes, server-side translations. Ah, right. Let's take that in. Yeah, Miguel, Turbo Repo would work, and they're using that actually, but they're not starting the marketing website by default. And I believe the reason for that is because it's inside a monorepo, but it's like a private project. So if they would start it by default, people who, which is the majority, people who don't have access to it, would run into a problem. So that is why it doesn't start. So let's just copy the static props. It's been quite a while actually since I worked with the pages directory. So no contributors, of course. The get static props context, yeah, is a next thing, okay. And server-side translations we can also import. So no contributors. Rack, I don't know that movie, They Live. What's with my glasses? Amazing. Okay, but this at least will load the translations. Let's see if we refresh. Yes, yes, look at that. Nice. Yeah, Miguel, so the website is inside the monorepo, but it's private. So yeah, that's why they can't start it. We're with 66 people. Nice. Thank you so much. And I think we're picking up some steam, or maybe I've released some steam, so I calm down a little bit now. Okay, so this makes sense. If I'm gonna build something like this, I always like to just divide things into sections and then create directories for these sections so the page doesn't get too bloated. So I think that's just what we're gonna do first. Let's go into component. Then there is already a sections directory which they use, so we're just gonna follow that. We're gonna create sections and then atoms. And then we're gonna maybe create a hero.tsx. And yeah, they do all Pascal casing for the naming, which is something I didn't do for quite a while. I just been doing everything. What's it called? Kebab case, just with dashes. I don't know, it feels so much more natural to me. But let's just stick to what they're doing here. Hero.csx. Export const hero. Yeah, okay, and let's just create an empty section for now. So that way at least we have something that we can import. Hero, let's see if it sections home. Nah, it won't. a video of rebuilding their existing site. That will be quite a large video, I think. I guess I've been thinking like about these rebuilds, and it's super cool, of course, but I also think like building something really from scratch, which is then also used, might be even more valuable, because like there's 0 ways where I can take shortcuts or not don't make a specific thing. So that's why I thought maybe it's good to just make something real, because yeah, sometimes there's a different approach there. TNHS, yes, they actually hired me to work on this. We're doing this as a paid thing, and I'm also making content about it as well. So, oh, the scroll animations, you mean, Manuvar? Yeah, that's actually a cool idea. I might be able to do that, or at least like maybe we can even on stream just look at it and see what it looks like and how things work. Just doing some deep dive. Yeah. Okay, we've added in that hero component now, and we see hero. Let's see. So the text is of course in the center, so that means that there's some sort of container. You also see that here. Yeah, so I also notice there's some slight background color in here as well. Which means I'm gonna need to open this again, border subtle. Let's have a quick look actually at the Tailwind config to see what type of colors already are in there before we start adding any. Tailwind config. Oh, there's quite a few. Primary, secondary, neutral, brand. Okay, and then in the design, the color set border subtle. That's not something that's an existing color, so and there is also a base theme. No colors are overriding it. The font that I'm using, the font that I'm using is called Recursive Mono Casual Static. I actually really like it, and I believe it's an open source font as well. And for the theme, it's called, the collection is called Bearded Themes, and then this is the arc theme within it. Okay, so we were looking for like this gray color. Oh, it's this one actually, FC. CF, FC. Huh. That's interesting. So there is no color in their theme for the background they're currently using. So that might be something that I will have to discuss to see why they decided to use different colors for this, different gray. A command for the theme. Oh yeah, good one. I really don't know how to set that up though. Anyway, let's just for now just take this color. And we're gonna add that just to this background because it seems for now that it's just one-time use, and then later we'll have to check and see if we are actually, maybe we should even use a different color that's actually part of the theme. So let's just, for now, I'm gonna add it like this. And then the question is also, like I said, they use like these containers probably to have the text centered. And you also see now there's totally a different color than what's behind the hero here. So I'm actually going to use this color they're using in the background, because if we look at the design, you also see that like the menu is the same color as that gray. So I think we should just stick to using the same color they have. Makes a lot of sense. Which is the background color, which is a variable, it seems. Background color, F4. Let's see how they have applied that. Compute it on the body. Background color, yeah. Typo at the transparent key. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, but I guess if they're already using those Tailwind classes, yeah, they are text transparent, and then I have to replace it everywhere. That's something for a different time, I guess. Background, let's see if there's there's this variable, which is probably then coming from the CSS file. So let's go styles, globals, background color, colors primary 50. So I guess looking at when this was set up, this even says 18 months ago. I think like this CSS variable is a little bit outdated. So let's just do it differently. We're gonna add another color in here actually. Where are the colors here? And then we're gonna say background. Are we then gonna use that same CSS variable? Or are we gonna extract this colors primary 50? So it's this one. I think that makes a lot of sense. And now we have to find theme. No, you can use the theme. Let's see, Tailwind. You're actually able to use a theme inside of your Tailwind file as well. Anyone knows how you use that? Because I'm not sure if I ever did that. Theme. So you can extract like the property out of it. Theme spacing. Oh, here. Oh, so you need a function then? Yeah. Gray. So can you do like this? Theme.colors. Neutral 50, that's what Copilot says. Okay, let's see if that works. Hero, BG, background. Nope. Sorry, what shouldn't I use? BG background, so that's not how it works. I think we can do it like a string, right? And then this should also be like so. Cannot read properties of undefined reading colors. Nope. Okay, we're for now gonna do that slightly different. Primary. We're just gonna do it like so. And then we're gonna add a to-do, which I fixed before I merge. Use team value. Oh, I copied the one I shouldn't use. That's the thing if you read rather quick, right? Oh, you're so right. Oh, so you need to use it at the topmost level in colors. Ah, well spotted. So that means that we need to add it here. Yeah, and then find where the colors end. Add the bracket, okay. And then it was a function, right? Yeah, so team colors neutral 50, like so. Thank you. Well spotted. Let's see, it should also then, if it auto-completes now. Maybe the printer is not set up properly. Let's see if it works though. Ooh, I think we got some infinite loop somewhere. Let's just kill it for a second. Restart. It's quite slow. Is it because I'm streaming or it's still loading? Noise.css maximum call stack exceeded. Huh. I didn't change anything else, right? Interesting. We wrote so little code, yet everything is broken. Maximum call stack size exceeded. Noise.module.css. There's no noise.module.css. There is a noise.tsx though. Why doesn't it find it? Because it wasn't the global layout. Page layout. Noise. Oh, here's the CSS file. Weird that it didn't find it. But why would it get into an infinite loop with this? Let's just kill both for a second. You see, you're not the only one struggling with these stupid things for way too long. Just want to add a color to the theme. How hard can it be, right? I don't get it. What is the Vorführ effect? I live close to the German border, but I don't know what it means. Layout page. I mean, let's just remove it for a second and see if that makes difference. No, it doesn't. And if we then remove the theme part again. Well, how long does it take? Yun asks. Well, at this pace, it might take 5 years. Yeah, I did restart the server like 5 times already, but I think it's gonna work now. So I guess it really has something to do with using that team. Yep, now it's working again. That's so weird. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're not gonna do it the proper way for now, but we're just gonna use the value. And then I'm gonna fix that later. Oh, the demo effect, yeah. Always. It means demo effect, which is like a sublaw of Murphy that means something will behave fine but screw up when you show it to someone else. Yes, absolutely true. It's always. No. Team is not defined. I'm not using that team anymore, all right? Am I? Base.team. What? Okay, restart one more time. Where is everyone in the chat from, by the way? Just wondering. Like, what time is it at your place? Like here, it's now 6 p.m. almost. Almost weekend. But I just wanted to get like this started. Ooh. Hilrock. Oh, it's Ukulele. Netherlands. Nice. Berlin. Cool. So many people who already have started their weekend or decided to start their weekend with me. That's a big compliment. India, 10:19. Yeah, almost bedtime. At least for me. At 10, I would be in bed. Okay, we have a caller. Hooray. Not even a proper way. India. Algeria. Kurdistan. Nice. Okay. So, we have a hero section with a color. Now let's see if we open the about page, if there's some sort of container component they have. Not in here. Yeah, they set a max width with Tailwind class, but I'm actually hoping that I have some sort of container component that I just use for everything. Switzerland. Nice. I would love to visit there one day too. Although also, I mean, so many other places come by that I would love to visit. India, Kenya, Pakistan, Nigeria. Oh, I have a friend who's from Nigeria actually. Pakistan. Amazing. Welcome all. Let's see if there's like component. Common. Could be a container component in there. No. Let's see if we search container. Import container from components layout container. Here we go. I think that's what we need. Container. Oh, but we need to add it to our hero component, of course. No. Right, I need to copy it again. I'm a bit hesitant to look at my clipboard history while on stream. So I rather copy it again. Okay, let's see what that does. Browser. Perfect. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly the thing we need. Pakistan, Germany, thank you. Oh, you're French, Rag. Yeah. I mean, the accent between Dutch and French is quite different, they say, right? So it's funny they say that you're Dutch. Would love to hear your accent. Super shady on the Twitch stream is throwing in a TO emoji. I love it. Look, for the people who are on YouTube. Nice. Cool. So we literally wrote 4 letters. That's amazing, right? Oh, and the fun thing will also be, because in a second, let's double check the design. Yeah, you see, designers made something fun. This line is actually going underneath the header. And if we check, you see that the header is actually always above the rest of the content. So that will be interesting for us to replicate. But let's start by adding some content in there. So we have some layout scaffold. Hero. Is there also a way that I can only close this left side? Anyone knows? I want to see this right side, I guess. Although it's constantly, if I click it, it's asking me to replace the fonts. I don't want that. Go away. Missing fonts too many. I get that. Just want to copy the text. Let me, please. I guess if I click it like this, I copy the text. Let's see. I think this is going to be an H1, and let's in a second also check if they have some heading components that they're actually using. So let's go to the home page, I think, where our pages, index. Oh, their hero component then. Ooh, there's a lot of animations in the hero, yeah. Heading, schedule heading. Common heading. Oh, look, they have a nice heading component. Yes, perfect. Items, then we go back to the hero. Then we can import the heading component. Command Shift \. Oh, nice. Thank you so much, Andir. Oh, Andy. Thank you, Andy. Perfect. That gives us a little bit more room to work. Okay. Then we're going to copy this text. It's going to be paragraph. Yeah, that makes sense. Then we have 2 buttons. There's a button component with some variants. Okay, let's add that in a second we see how that works. Button. Contact sales. Explore docs. Yeah. Perfect. We see something finally. Matthias, the Figma file I think is still private. I'm not sure if they have shared that one anywhere. I believe they did in the past share their Figma for the rest of the site, but I'm not sure honestly. I will double check, and if I stream again, I will know the answer for you. So I'm looking, this text has a max width here of 700 pixels. And there's also this thing which they also use on the homepage. Let's check. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's this thing here. Kinda similar, but they also changed it a little bit, I see. Oh, design.cal.com. Thank you, Andy. Let me also copy that and paste it on the YouTube site as well. Perfect. So yeah, this pill is kind of the same, but also a little bit different. No, it's similar enough. Let's see if that's actually a component that we can reuse from the homepage. Because this is also in the hero then. Components, sections, home, hero. So it's not a reusable component yet. What if we just make that a reusable component, right? Super shady Figma Tailwind plugins. No, I honestly have never used them. Also because more often than not, it's not exactly a one-on-one translation if you go from design to code. There's always like some things you do want to reuse from design and other things you don't, is my experience. And in this case, there actually already is a lot set up. So I just need to find out which things are already set up and what we can reuse. Anyone who knows a good name for that pill component then, if we would like make this a reusable component? Could call it, I don't know, news pill or announcement pill or something like that. Is pill even a good name for this? Pill, oh yeah, pill, a badge. It would also be a badge, although I did see a badge component also in there. Let's see, common. Oh no, no badge. Pill call to action, yeah. Naming is the hardest thing, right? Let's see if the design gave a name to this thing. Who knows? No. No name on it. Pill call to action. Pill to action, action to badge, badge to pill. Ah, that makes sense. Thank you, Andy. Very helpful. I like pill, but pill also has a badge inside of it. Yeah. Yes, there actually is like a default component library, which is mainly used inside the app version of their product, which I've also worked on. But it's not used that much within the website yet. So I don't really want to pull it in actually. I'd rather use anything that's already there. So let's just take this one and we're going to make it like there's no pill or anything. We're going to create a pill CTA. I'm going to go for pill CTA. I guess that doesn't make sense, but from now it does. Let's see. So that link, let's double check where if they always import that from next directly. Link from next link. Yes. Okay. Then we're going to add some props. href is a string. Batch label is also string. That will be that new text, I guess. And then we're gonna have text string. Whoa, not stripe. Oh, bank. I don't know what it said. String. href, batch label, and text. Props. A reverse spoiler? Spiller? Nice. I like these funny names actually, but yeah, it makes it so much harder to find it, of course, right? Text, and in here will be the href. The icon, oh, right, is it different? There's a nice star icon. And here is no icon at all. Right, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess we have to do that. Icon react.react node. Then we can just insert any SVG there. And we also need to have like the colors. So let's just say variant. I'm just gonna make it black and was it purple? Purple gradient? This one? Yeah, purple gradient. Let's just make it black and purple for now. I think that will suffice. Oh, for the translations? Well, yeah, I talked to Pierre about this page, and he said at least that for now we're not gonna translate that marketing page at all. We're not even gonna add translation keys in there, just for the sake of speed. But yes, for the other one, for the homepage, of course, it should indeed be translated. But that will work. I think we can just let's double check. Oh, it also wasn't even translated, I see. Where is it? Yeah, this isn't even translated, but we can always just add a translate function in there with the so we could do like T and then add the key. That will also just give us a string, so we could also pass that as an argument to the component, I think. So we're gonna need these classes for the violet one then, including the background gradient. So the reason I'm now making these two this object with these two properties is because I can't dynamically create any classes within Tailwind, or at least not if it has a variable in it. So I rather just make an object with two properties where I can just pick one or the other, and then use that as a color, because this way Tailwind will see these classes and it will be able to generate all of the classes during build time. Rather than if I did something like if we would do something like this and then in here add some sort of variable or ternary expression, then Tailwind is not able to evaluate that. And now we can actually add that one in here. Oh, my bad. Did I quit VS Code? I did. Yeah, so we remove this. And then we can use Tailwind merge, which I believe they already use. Oh, only in a single instance? Oh, they have a custom CN package. Sure, okay. Where is that coming from? lib/cn, okay. Right, and then we can take this variance color, and then we can say variant colors and then variants, which we still need to destructure. Now we dynamically pull in these class names based on the calls we have. And then only we still need to add in the icon. But if we want to render a React component and we would use the lowercase icon, React doesn't like that if you do it like this, because all React components should start with a capital. So that's why I actually destructure it and then change it into icon with a capital I, because it's also not really common practice to make this already have a capital I. So I rather have that lowercase and then do the change here. So now we can take this and render that there. However, the icon is optional, which means that we also need to check if we have an icon and only then render the icon. Okay, not sure why this is still not red, it says, because it is. I guess it's fine. Let's go back to the hero now. And now we can create our pill CTA, href/AI, batch label is new, text is AI, variant is missing, oh yes, purple. On the new landing page, they also have a chevron after the text. Oh my god, are we making our lives too hard? Yeah, they do. I think it makes sense if we're just gonna say that that chevron is always there. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Oh, because we killed VS Code, we also need to restart the server. Oh no, because it's crashed, it's actually still running. Open kill process listening on 3001. This is so nice with raycast, by the way, that you can just kill the ports now. Oops, now it killed it on the left. Why? Oh, because the left is now running on 3001, right? Because that, of course, was also still running. Kill 3000 and kill 3001. There we go. This first load takes way too long. Oh no. everything is still running. Can't reach database. Kill this port. No process. Hey, everyday being, welcome. Let's see if it tries to start something and then says no additional ports, port 3000, so that's good. Eyebrow banner. That's interesting. Thank you, Cody. Let me copy that link. So Cody says they call it eyebrow banner. Huh, yeah, it's kind of the same. It's a bigger version of it, but oh, yeah, smaller. Eyebrow banner. Huh, we can go for that. Let's change that in a second as soon as everything starts up again. Are we on the right? Oh, we're on a different page now. Let's just see if we can go back. Because I probably didn't start the database at all because we don't need it. No, it's trying to redirect there. It's trying to redirect only from the homepage, so interesting. I have to fix that later. Let's just try to add our eyebrow banner onto this page instead of checking if the homepage still works. We're at least going to remove it from there already. I will check later if that one is still working. Rag, the storybook, I'm not sure how much it is still used. We set it up quite a while back. It was mainly used for the app side, so it's not the website at all. Or a few components are using the website, I think. But I'm not sure how actively it's still maintained because I haven't been involved with the team for over half a year already. So I can't answer that, unfortunately. Pill CTA, so we're gonna rename this to eyebrow banner. Sounds fun. Eyebrow banner, I like it. Eyebrow banner, gonna change that then. Batch label is also going to be new. Batch text. And maybe it's even a reused component like with content and all, because this is also like, it feels like it's sort of a shared news message. So maybe it's even a shared component including text, but we'll see. Batch text is also, VS Code is really slow in auto-completing. I'm not sure if that's because this monorepo is just huge, because it takes quite a while before it updates this. Oh yes, we still need to pass in the link. Let's just put it to the homepage for now. Rack, yes, you're right. It's color highlight. Yeah, that's the plugin I use to highlight the colors. Batch text. Oh, it's batch label. Yeah, maybe batch text makes more sense. Batch text. So you also see I'm like going a little bit back and forward and just keep on changing things if I think it makes sense. It's not, I decide on something once and then it will stay like that forever. I'm just always refactoring things if I think it makes sense. Oh, and I also did them exactly reverse. So this is batch text. Oops. And this is text. Yes, that makes sense. Nice. Thank you, Renner. It's nice to see how calm you do the coding. Very relaxing even. That's nice to hear. Because I'm also kind of struggling a little bit in finding all of the different type of components that are used, and this is going quite slowly, of course, but yeah, we'll be picking up steam too. But glad to hear that's relaxing to you. I think we do like 12 more minutes and then we take a short break and then we continue for maybe about 1 more hour. So hopefully we'll be able to fix this hero component. I also see that there's a border around this. If we go to cal.com. Oh, they're down? Is anyone of you doing naughty things here? Is it me because I tried to connect to the database and it wasn't my local? I guess not. Huh, that sucks. Seems that they're down. Oh. Now it's back up again. Interesting. Calicom. Yeah, Louis, that's interesting. I'm not sure why there's pieces translated and other pieces aren't. I'm not too sure about the translation setup actually in the website. I know like in the web app, everything is translated. The website itself, I'm not really sure. Also not sure what their approach is. They told me just don't worry about translations for now. So that's what I'm doing. Not worrying about it. Text, so we have the buttons there. I also see there's a different border radius and style for the buttons. I already asked the designers what they thought about it. There's no definitive answer on it yet, so I'm just going to stick with the current buttons that are in there, and then we can always replace them later. But I think we should at least use the same in the whole website, right? No, Rack, I'm not the one who created the initial design of the front page. That's actually done by a different agency. They've also done some Vercel work. Is it something with Basement? Is it possible? Basement Studios, something like that? I think they did it. But I might be very wrong on that. Oh yeah, I was looking at that border of the button. That's why I opened production. Yeah, there is no border on this one, but I think it makes sense to also make that exactly the same. So let's see if we take it. Stroke, borrow, subtle. Yeah, basement. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so I think they also did the development for the homepage, which is cool. Does anyone know what's the easiest way to get like the hex color if you have these library colors that they're using? Because I really don't know how you can get to the hex color. Detach. Really? There's no way to find out what the hex color is behind this? Annoying. Styles and variables. Oh, joking. I'm trusting you here, Cody. And link it. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't want to do that because that Command Z, right. It can be that it's should be easier than that, right? Okay, just gonna click detach for now. Oh, here it is. This is so stupid. Undo. Yeah. Huh, you're all saying the same. Just detach it, copy it, and undo. That's so crazy that this is the solution. Funny. Okay, at least I copied that color. Let's see if we go into the Tailwind config. If that color is somewhere. Box shadow, drop shadow, cal gray. Huh, there's also a color that's not used a lot in their website. Border subtle. Border subtle. Okay. Is that border subtle even working? I don't think so, because it's also sorted as the first one, which most of the times is the colors that are like the auto sorter moves everything that isn't valid to the front. So I guess that it's not even a real color anymore. Eyebrow, border subtle. No, it doesn't do anything. So we're also gonna have to do some cleaning up in the design system here. Styles. Yeah, the border subtle isn't rendered at all because it's not a valid class. Okay. Tailwind. Then we're gonna add that too, I think. Subtle. Var. Cal. Border. Subtle. Subtle. Yeah, we need to close it. Okay. No. Don't tell me it's again broken if I change anything in the CSS file. Hard code and just add another to do. And then off stream, I'm gonna take 2 days to find out why I can't add new variables to the team. No, Lewis, you should just say, no, you can do this. You can find it in 5 minutes. Just kill the server again and see if it works. I mean, issues like this just prove that our work has become way too complicated, right? Yeah, the error is different, yeah, but it's still complaining about that noise module. That's weird, yeah. No, it was coming from the noise module before as well. Okay, it's there now. Interesting and stupid at the same time. So is that border subtle now working? Eyebrow banner. I added it, right? Oh, haha, I added it to the span. Of course, that's not right. Add it here and spell it properly. Subtle and border. Remove this one. How tightly coupled? I don't know. So this is working now. I mean, if we make it red, yeah. But this border subtle is then the same as the background, which is, so we've copied that, of course. Oh, and that's the same. So this should actually be background. BG black 5. So this is going to be background. Then it will be lighter. Yeah, then it's the same as the background. Yes. Okay. So that will also change on the homepage. So we have to check with the team if they're okay with that, because we're now using a shared component. Yeah. So the background color was similar to the border. That's why we didn't see it. So now I changed it to the background color being the same as the background color of the site, and then the border is indeed the subtle color. Oh, and there's also a hover color. Let's just make that transition to. That just looks a little bit nicer because it says hover background black. Okay, we can then now use background subtle. And also transition colors. And then next to the hover, I'm also going to add focus visible BG subtle. So we also, if we focus it, we see the same transition as well. Nick, yes, this should be up in full, especially on YouTube. On Twitch, I hope too, but I saw something about like a 7-day limit, so I'm not sure if it will be up forever there too. But on YouTube, it will be up forever. And I'm planning on doing more on Tuesday next week, I think. Taking a long weekend for Easter, but then I guess I will continue. Okay, so that works. Let's see if we have a transition now. we kind of have a transition. Nothing is happening. Transition colors. Yeah, let's see if we click hover. Oh, I add the background subtle, but the border is also subtle, right? Border subtle, yeah. PG subtle. So that should actually be right. This is a different color. Thank you, Nick. Glad to hear you enjoy it. I actually am also really enjoying this. Instead of coding on my own, why not just do it all together, right? It's definitely slower, so I will probably also do something off stream this week somewhere or next week to make a little bit of progress, but doing this together is fun. Still unsure though why the background color is not transitioning if we hover. Let's just make it red. Yeah, so it is changing. Whoops. Thank you, DevRush. We'll definitely keep on live streaming. Actually, really enjoying it. So the background subtle, because we're using the border also as subtle. Border color, oh, wait. And this is cal BG subtle. Cal border subtle. That's interesting. That should be the same variable, right? We go into the Tailwind. Yeah, noise module. Yeah, the thing is, if you here is a subtle, which is border subtle. That's what we're using. But then also, if you use this subtle, like Tailwind is just adding on these colors. You can use them as a border color or background color, just everything. So there should only be one subtle color. That's what I'm trying to say. BG subtle. Because this subtle part, that's just the color name, and that's taken from the theme. So BG subtle as well as border subtle, that should both be the same, unless I misspelled it. S-U-B-T-L-E. S-U-B-T-L-E, yeah. Oh. What? No. Oh no, I was thinking that they would spread colors here again, but they're only adding extend here. And here they're also adding the base theme, but then they're setting colors, so they're just overriding that. I mean, if we just make it red. Hey, Hammond, welcome. Glad to have you here. Oh, there is a dot hover here too. Where is that dot hover actually coming from? Tailwind base. Oh. Globals. Hover. Subtle. The extension for the color highlighting is called color highlight. Okay, I'm really confused where this color is actually coming from. I'm looking in the right apps website Tailwind config, yeah. Base, yeah, so they're just importing that base. Let's have a look there. Subtle, BG subtle. Oh, here it is, the BG subtle. Oh, so here it is within extend. This is weird. Here it is within extend. So if we go back to this config, we're adding config colors here, which is not inside the extend. And then I've added the subtle here. But then there's also extend, where we add theme extend. And if you look at the base, then there's also colors in there. You would say that Tailwind does ignore it, but maybe not, because here it indeed says background subtle. That's interesting. Okay, let's just take a few minutes of break, do some stretching, and then we'll continue for about an hour and see if we can find the root cause of this. I'll be right back. Hope you stay around. Like 5 minutes maybe? Yeah, 6-7 minutes. Just do some stretching. Be right back. Talk to you guys in a second. Stretch time, yes, important. Tailwind override, we have the same name. Yeah, I would think so too, Lewis, but let's just go to fool me for a second. I think so too, but I don't know why it's happening. So we'll have to check that. For me, it always helps if I just do a minute nothing and then all of a sudden I get this epiphany and I think, oh, that's actually the issue. Yeah, let's just think about it. Some stretch time. Talk to you guys in a few minutes. Be right back. Alrighty, back at it. Did you also do some stretching? Important, I always tend to forget it too. If you're in the flow, just typing, you just tend to forget that, right? But I have to say, really enjoying this stream. Didn't think it was that fun to do actually. But it's so much fun to be with all of you and just, yeah, have some chill time too. Such cinematics, Hammond says. Thank you for the compliment. I made it this morning still because I wanted to have some sort of footage I could show during the countdown as well as during the break. So yeah, it's nice. It's not perfect, but I like it too. So let's continue. I guess if I keep doing this, I also need like a Stream Deck. Stream Deck, Steam Deck. No, Steam Deck is the console, right? Stream Deck, yeah. To just switch the scenes because now I'm clicking in OBS, but I constantly need to look there. Everything else is working, yeah? Yes, amazing, cool. So back to that color problem. Let me switch my screens. Woo, nice. So I've been thinking to just go into the config and for now do something like this, where they also for the AI page add a specific colors. I actually hate that because I think we should have Runner grabbed his coffee. Nice. Nice. I should be sponsored by a coffee brand then, right? Then I show the brand coffee. So you are also going to buy that coffee and then I get some referral fee. That would be nice. No, I also really enjoy good coffee. But not this late in the evening anymore. It's almost 7 here. I'm thinking we're going to do like 45 more minutes and see how far we can get with this component. And then next week, Tuesday, we'll continue. We do this more. I'm just thinking for the time. I feel like there's many people from either the EU or even further to the east towards Asia, and not that many people from the US watching. Is that true? Because that would mean that I could also stream just a little bit earlier, which of course would be convenient for me because that's not in my evening then. Let me know what you guys think. Cody is US, Florida. Ooh, so the US people are in Twitch? That's interesting, right? Also East Coast. So what time is it now for you, Cody? East Coast means it's probably... Oh no, East Coast is right side, yeah. 1:45, yeah. Yeah, so it could be a bit earlier. Yeah, I'm thinking if I would start like at 3 p.m. for me, so that's 4, so that would be like 2 hours earlier than today. The right coast. Thank you, Andy. It's so much easier, the right coast. Malaga, Spain. Yes, Mariano, you're a pro member too. Ethiopia. CST zone, 12:46 p.m. Always with PM and AM, I really need to think. 12:46 p.m. is that the afternoon or in the middle of the night? But it's the afternoon. I really like the 24-hour notation I'm used to, but I get if you're not used to it, that's also really confusing. Indonesia, 1 a.m. on a Friday. Luckily, it's a weekend tomorrow, right? BFM coding. You can hopefully sleep a little bit longer. Let's see. Twitch is 10 viewers. Yeah, I think for a very first stream, that's also doing good, right? YouTube is 40. Nice. Any other tips for to improve this stream next time, by the way? So time zones also really differ, yeah. Maybe I should just switch it up a little bit. Sometimes do a bit earlier, sometimes a bit later. Because I also like working around this time of the day, actually. So quiet, so peaceful. And the thing is also, I'm like in this shared office building, and next to that loud door. So if I stream during the day, I might have a lot of people going in and out that door and you hear the bang, which would also kind of suck. But let's continue with doing some coding. I'm really not sure where that color is coming from. So for now, I'm actually, you know what? We're actually going to do it like this. We're going to add a Jeroen property on here, because that way people at least will know that we have to refactor this. Because then at least we know that this isn't like any reused color. Onur, for the color highlighting, the extension is called color highlight. Make yourself float. Yeah, I've been thinking about it too, Lewis, but somehow I also, I don't know, this feels a little bit more intimate than being like very small on top of my screen. Do you think the text resolution is too small actually? Is that maybe more what you're referring to? Streaming like a pro. Nice. I did invest like maybe 1.5 days already to get everything set up and the way I liked it. So thank you, Renner. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, by the way. So the thing is, I was using the subtle and now I'm thinking background subtle, but background subtle and border subtle, the two variables, they are just two different colors. The subtle border and the subtle background, of course. So I'm thinking, because they're brand, border color, text color. Did I just learn something new? If you inside colors, nest border color and then do subtle. Yeah, I think that is it. Because then if you use the color subtle and it is a border, it will pick this one. But if you use background, is there a background in here? Fill. Maybe it is even a fill. No, it's text. I'm thinking that is how it works, because this nested border color property, then all of a sudden it is picking this color. I think that's it. So that means that we can remove this. And then we go back to our pill component. Oh no, eyebrow banner it's now. That means border subtle and also background. Background. But then we would say on hover, you get a... We would like to have the same color as the background, I guess, as the border. But that's then impossible if the color works in that way. Font size is fine, everything 13 pixels. I always have these huge fonts somehow that I use. I don't know why. I feel like if I have these small text, I just really need to strain my eye so much and really, I don't know, it's so much easier on the eye if the text is a little bit bigger to me, but maybe I'm just getting old. So yeah, I'm starting to get why they maybe used the black color, black 10, for example, black 10. Let's just stick with that for now. No, okay. Background, that should also be subtle then, background subtle. For the slider, no, I will definitely not be doing that from scratch. Swiper, honestly, I haven't been building or using sliders that much in the past, so we'd love to hear what you guys are using nowadays. But I think it makes sense to just add a very small library in there, yeah. Or maybe we could try doing it with scroll snap. That might also be an option. Yeah, Embla I've also heard a lot about. Also a very small library, I believe. Yeah, now at least we have like this hover. That's perfect. Nice. So let's see. Sparkle, is that coming from, what's the icon library called again? Lucida, yeah. Is it in there? Sparkles. Oh, it is. Nice. So we should be able to add that in there actually. Oh, it is a React element, I guess. And then we go to the atoms, eyebrow banner, icon is sparkles. Oh, hero icons, aren't they using the Lucida icons? They are, but not all the time. Oh, they're using both. That's interesting. Well, at least for now, they use the Lucida icon. And the hero, sparkles, oh. Come on. Should find it now. Really slow. I'm really getting annoyed by how long this takes. Or annoyed is quite a big word. I'm not the type of person who gets annoyed so quickly. Web app is Lucida. Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah. That's why I jumped into that immediately. But it seems like the website is using a mix of icons. Also the hero icons. Yeah, a little bit of both. Because when I did the search for Lucida, I have it filtered to only apps website for now, so I can only see it there. Hey, Emmanuel, nice to see you. Just double checking now because we're getting the icon, but then it's not rendering. Why isn't it? Let's just remove the conditional for a second. Element type is invalid. You forgot to export it. Oh, it's not called sparkles. Sparkles, copy JSX. Just want to copy the name actually. Spark. Huh? Oh, maybe the version of Lucida is also really old. Website. So many package JSON files here. Website. Is there no package JSON? It's not possible. Here it is. Lucida 0171. Does it say in which version it's added? 173. Ooh. I guess we can just update the icons. Nothing will break, right? You've heard that before, I think. Yeah, Lucida is installed. Yeah, so it's only a pretty old version, 171. And that icon is added in 173. Shall we upgrade to latest or shall we upgrade to 173? Let's see what the latest version is. 363. But I mean, there's no breaking changes. Noise module will break. Thank you, Lewis. Of course it will. Mariano, we're using Lucida for a few icons, I see. But they're also using a few for hero icons, actually a few more. But React outline, I'm not sure. Hero icons. Oh, it's the same. It's actually the same same icon. Okay, I'm fine with using that one then. Let's see if we can import it from there. Hero icons, React outline. Oh. Let's see if that works. No. Sparkles icon. Okay. Sparkles icon. Beautiful. Okay. So that means that we go back into our eyebrow. We add the conditional back. And that also means that we probably need to use some flexbox. Flex gap 2. Yeah, but then we have to add a size on there. Does the hero icons export some types? Icon props or something like that? Maybe like so. Import type. Icon props. No. I guess they have some, right? Because then we can at least say it shouldn't be a React element, but it should be an icon. So we can also set the width and height property. Hero icons. I've never worked with hero icons before. You should say they have some sort of TypeScript documentation. Source, React. So they don't have any types. Okay. But I guess this straight returns a SVG icon, right? So we could say React.html SVG element, or is it SVG React SVG element? That's it. Because then we should be able to say width. Or we can just add a class name on there, and that's maybe better. Let's just add a W8 on there for now. We're saying React SVG element, but this is a constructor, right? Or, yeah, we constructed here. So what's the correct type for it? Because otherwise we have to do it like this, which could of course also work. Whereas now this one, yeah. No, so the type is actually correct. Hello there, the Hail. Welcome to the chat. First time chat. Yeah, I guess today many people, right? First time stream for me. JSX element does not have any construct or call signatures. React SVG element. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking, yeah, with React Node, can we do the same thing? The Hail says you have to create a generic icon component accepting icons as props. But if I would add a React Node in here, like Mariano said on YouTube, you should just be able to render it like this, right? Change it back to React Node and also add hide property. Yeah, like this. React Node, I think. Yeah, we could add, oh, you mean here, hide property. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm not sure if it's just TypeScript who doesn't update properly. Because I think it does work now. Yeah, it is working. Render it the same as children. Yeah, and then you do it here, you mean. You could do that. I'm not sure which I like more. I always like to just pass the element so we can set the size and width in the component itself. Oh, it does indeed stop complaining now. So then we can remove this and just make an icon. Here we can also say icon. And then we can just do icon. Icon, like that, yeah. Okay, we stick with that for now. Thank you, Dale. Yeah, might make sense because different icons could require different height and widths, and then we are not setting like the same in the eyebrow banner component. Yeah, that makes sense. Been there, done that. Yeah, we all right. We might have done it 100 times already, and then at least I keep on forgetting it. Okay, so let's see. This thing is also quite a bit higher. 34 pixels here. And here we have 20 plus 8. So that's 28. Gap of 4. That also is 4, so that's good. And then this also has... I hate this missing fonts pop-up, by the way. If anyone knows how you can get rid of that without replacing them, I'd be happy to hear. Are we gonna give this a line height? Go away. Gonna give this a line height. Because if the icon is not there, will we shrink it in height? Or if this badge is not there, will we shrink it in height? Or should the height stay the same? Or actually, the badge is required, so we don't even need to think about that. So this one is 26. You replace the fonts. Yeah, Louis, I thought so. I didn't want to bother with that now, because then you would see me half an hour searching for fonts and downloading fonts. And nah, 20 height, 26. So that means we can add a padding on it. So that's P1. Oh, P-1. I guess it didn't do that. No, because this is an inline element, of course. Inline block. Oh no, it's flex. So it should actually apply it. Oh, there's more padding classes on here. Ooh, why is the linter not highlighting this? PY1. If you press all and point to the mouse, it should show the gaps. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, nice. Thank you, Louis. That's actually really great. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, option. Yeah, I already made that switch myself in my head. Okay. Come on. Try to click this new text. Sometimes yeah, if I command click it, then it will for a second show that replace fonts again. So this is 8, so that means that's a px of 2. It has that. Okay. But it does look a bit smaller. Oh, that's also because there's probably a bond fold. It's medium, yeah. Let's also change that. Font medium. Oh yeah, we also still need the chevron. Let's add that in too. Chevron, chevron, right icon. Yeah, is it imported? Yes. No, not from Lucida. Add hero icons /react/outline. Okay. New is in uppercase and a Figma lowercase. Oh yeah, that's probably... no, I guess I... Wait, why is that? Yeah. So there it's... Yeah. Oh, good spot. Nice. Together we see so many more things. There's an uppercase in here, so just remove that. Nice. Perfect. Yeah, this chevron is of course not positioned correctly yet. So let's go in here and we say items center. Oh no, baseline probably. Let's see if we make an items baseline. Baseline like aligns it. No, the bottom of the text, but that's totally not right here. Okay, let's also add a small animation to the chevron if we hover it. Why not? We should make things sexy, right? We make it a group, and then we can say group hover, translate x1, and then group focus visible. No, not within, visible, translate x1, transition, transform. Yeah, it's too fast. Duration 500. Oh, now it's slow, right? Yeah. Nice. I like it. Not sure about you guys. Like there's maybe too little room to move to the right, but also, yeah, it feels so much nicer like this. Yeah, group is fantastic, Mariano, right? I also really like it. It's so much easier now to make these types of animations than if you had to write it with CSS yourself. I mean, in some way, it's just as easy with regular CSS, of course, but still, it feels like you need to write more and think more. And now it's just slap group on there, use the translate X with the group on the hover and call it a day. I really like it. Okay. I think that's it for now for the pill. We might come back to it later to revisit it, but I quickly want to also make the hero component a little bit nicer. Let's go in here and we go to the hero items. Let's wrap this in a div. So we can make a class name flex, gap of 3 maybe. Let's see what the distance between the two buttons is. 16, so that's actually 4. Gap of 4. Yeah, but I guess if we go towards mobile, then it will shrink, yeah. So we add flex wrap. Micro animations are sexy, yes. And the message above renderer says it's oh no, it's retracted. I thought it said redacted because you were talking about sexy maybe. Why you don't use space XY? It could be, yeah, no real reason. I think Deb FIFA. No real reason why I couldn't use space XY. But you, like if you would remove the flex, then you can't use space X or 4 because then it will put them underneath each other again. So I do need to have the flex and we'll get a space. Oh yeah, that will also work then. Yeah, I don't know. This will set a margin, but if you're using Flexbox, it feels to me a lot more natural to use the gap property because it's like also a Flexbox property instead of relying on the margin. Not sure if that makes sense. But yeah, as you can see, both work. Gap 4. Flex wrap. So adding the flex wrap will make sure that if we go towards mobile, that it will go to the next line. Instead of will shrink so they always fit together, because that's not what we want. Now let's have a look at their homepage and see if they have any other text blocks that have a specific max width. Let's take a different page. Oh, that goes to GitHub. FAQ. No, it doesn't really plans individual. No. No, that doesn't really seem to be like content that has a max width. No, we're just gonna do it ourselves. Like just add a max width in the div. There's nothing reusable, it seems. So let's add a div in here. And then we're gonna say class name, max width, let's see, 3XL. Let's have a look. XL, 768 pixels. That seems to be quite accurate. 711. So if we go to 2XL, that will probably be a lot smaller. Sorry, Lewis, what do you mean? Did they require to do any accessibility? You mean for me to take it into account while building, or you mean anything else? 2XL is 672. Let's take a look at the text. UI, perfect. I think this actually makes more sense because there's some white space, so 711 is not really the actual width. Let's stick with this. So Lewis is asking, did they require me to also think about accessibility? Well, like in general, I always take that into account when building something. So they didn't really ask me, but anything I make, in my opinion, has to be accessible. So I'm not sure if that answers your question. To me, like there is no way to do it without. Class name, give it some margin bottom. Let's check the design. 16, and this one is 24. natural margin bottom of 4. Class name margin bottom of 6. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Oh, there's also a chevron in here, and the colors are of course still different. Let's see, I think they have a variant. Yeah, variant is outline, primary, secondary. What is secondary? No? Huh. Outline. Ah. So the buttons are really quite different that they're using from the design. So I will check with the team to see if they really want this maybe to become the new buttons in the whole app or website. Then we can redo them. But for now, we just stick with the variants that are currently in there. Let's have a look at the button. Because there's primary, primary dark, secondary, and outline. Oh, and secondary is the default. Okay, so what is primary then? The paragraph is slightly lighter color. Yeah, I think so too. Ooh, this is primary. That looks really different. Most of the time, Mariano is asking, how do I handle dark mode in Tailwind projects? Most of the time, I tend to use the dark colon variant indeed. And I know at least in the past, Cal did that too, but I'm not sure if that's what they're still doing nowadays. I would have to look it up. Let's see, does the button also accept an icon? Icon, arrow, light arrow, or link? Icon, arrow, arrow. So they do have arrows already in there. Then I think it makes sense to also stick with that for now. Icon is arrow. Oh, next themes, yeah. I didn't work with it myself yet, I think. So there is a lot set up in this website, but like if you look, for example, here's a totally different arrow, but that could also be a custom button. What do I think of CVA, Class Variance Authority? I actually use that myself, and I know that there's also a few places where I have set it up in Cal's website on the app side. So I think it's a really nice library. It makes things like these variants a lot easier than having a lot of inline styles. I also have a video on it on that topic on my YouTube channel as well. Yeah, here you also see like the chevron and then the arrow icon. Oh, and here too. So what's that? Connect your favorite apps. Let's see if we can find how they get that arrow in there then. If they're using some custom arrow. Pages. Testimonials, it's apps. Oh, here, App Store section, connect, button, content, style, background color. Pops, content, CTA, content. So does the primary button automatically get an icon maybe? Yo, Omar. Yeah. Omar is the lead developer on the Cal project. Or maybe way more nowadays. I'm trying to find out. I don't know. I don't even know anymore what I'm trying to find out. I feel that there's quite a bit old things in the website repo as well. So sometimes I'm getting a little bit confused about the things to use and not to use. Right now I'm looking at the button and the icons in there or that are not in there. Primary, variants, no. Sorry for the mess. We all make a mess if things live very long, right? Huh. Like if you look at this arrow, explore all apps. Oh, it's going from here. Content, text color, no. Where is that arrow coming from then? Button, variant, primary, style, background color. Looks like it's... No, it can't be automatically in there if it's a primary button because then I should see it here. Variant. Rotation, arrow. Icon link SVG. Oh, is it icon link? Icon link. Oh no, that's indeed a link icon. Come on. Can't be that hard to get an arrow in there. Inactive. Huh. Link, arrow, light arrow. There's like no other option. Unless they inject it as children. Page, heading, about, connect. It's not in here, the button, right? That is a different button we're looking at. No. Pass the variant primary to the button to test it. Yeah. Alter Rico says, if this is a mess, you shouldn't see my code. It's so true. This isn't that bad. I mean, the thing is, if you find something new, of course you have to look and see where, or like if you're working on a new code base, you always need to find your way through it. That's always the case. Variant primary. Like we can, let's just remove that for a second. Oh no, we can't because we were looking at production. Button as a, oh, no, that's also not the trick, right? Oh, by default it's a button. That's actually good to know. Kind of makes sense because it's a button component, but I didn't notice that yet. Let's go back into the hero. As anchor. As anchor. That's already important. Still don't get where that arrow is coming from then, but let's just leave that also for a second. We get back to that. first double check the text. The text is color subtle. So text subtle. Love this sessions. Thank you, Savio. Happy you like it. Yeah, so text color, that's also correct then. Remove the th icon arrow and add variant primary. I don't know if that's gonna solve it if I look at the code though. Let's try. Variant is primary. And we remove the icon. Let's see if it's in there. We can say text, no, color black. No, you see, it's not in there. Of course, the button looks different, but the icon isn't automatically rendered with the primary variant. So it's coming from somewhere else, but I don't know where yet. Arrow direction. It's also default right. Rest, button props, variant and styled, dark. The VS Code team is called Bearded Team, and then the arc within that, it's a team collection. And this is also the font, if you want to know. Just pause the stream. So yeah, not worth it to get stuck with a stupid arrow for now. Hey, why is my text black? Oh, because I inlined the styles. Duh. Okay, let's get rid of that. So next up is actually adding these images in there. They are like complete designs, so they're really, we could export them as SVGs, but I'm not sure if everything will keep looking nice. Would be cool though if we could make this in some way interactive, and with SVG we at least can change some things on it. Let's see what happens if we would export this as an SVG. Because it's this one, yeah. Oh, there's something else. Is that, yeah. It's this group. Let's see if we copied it as an SVG. Let's go to SVG OMG. Paste. Seems like the browser is able to render it. Oh, it's 40 kilobytes though. And I guess select the frame in the sidebar. Yeah, I just did that. Yeah, that was helpful. It's 40 kilobytes, which is a lot. Oh, but that could be because there's an image in there. Let's just see if we can. If we would turn that off for now. Ooh, there's some automatic layout on there too. But let's see if we would do that. Is this one? Yeah. Copy SVG. Let's see if it then becomes quite a bit smaller. Oh, and I even copied the text now, but now it's only 29 kilobytes. Yeah, so it's mainly because of the image. Although I still think 29 kilobytes, but that's pretty gzip. Let's see without the text. Paste, 25. Yeah, let's just go with that for now. And we can later always see if we want to convert it to WebP and how much smaller that will be. But if you have an SVG, we could animate like the active icon, maybe the active day. So let's see. Atoms. Where are we going to place these SVGs? I personally really like co-locating things. So I'd say just put it inside the sections because it's only used here. Yeah, let's just go with that for now. Although, yeah, they also have components block. It's against their convention if I would add it into the sections. Naming, yeah, always. I really like to co-locate things because they have a block section here. But then you also have components block. So you kind of need to look in multiple places where you're going to find the code that you're actually working with. Whereas if everything is just co-located together, that makes a lot of sense to me, I think. But yeah, that would be going against the convention for now. So we're actually going to do the same. We're just going to create atoms here. New file. And then we're going to say layout illustrations. Export const. What's this layout? That's a month view. This is a week view. Yeah. Month view. Calendar. No, it doesn't really need calendar. Let's go back to SVG OMG. Make sure we copy the right one. Heavy SVG, yeah. Yeah, I will test later to see if we convert it to WebP, if it would be a lot smaller. But the thing is, because this is an SVG, oh, now it says, is it showing gzip then? 26, because then it's quite big. I thought this was pre-gzip too. And because it's an SVG and there's a lot of repetition in it, it actually gzips pretty well. But if it's, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's probably, maybe there's even some things we can remove from this in the end. See some clip paths. See a Gaussian blur. I don't know where there is even a blur applied to that thing. I don't think anywhere. So I might go through this later to also optimize the SVG a little bit. But first, let's just create the layout so we see something. Now the thing is with this layout, it's breaking out of the wrapper, yeah. So it should be outside of the container. Month view. Nice. Actually amazing how well this renders in SVG. Usually you see these weird artifacts appearing. Yeah, we might need to add in the avatar later still. Let me add that as a to-do. Bottom corners on the 24 look a little rough. You have a good eye for design, Cody. Let me check that in a second. So add back avatar to illustration. Compare size to WebP. Was that the only things? Oh, see if we can remove irrelevant parts from the SVG. Nice. 24. Oh, so the part that sticks out, you mean? Let's see if I can zoom. Oh, you don't see it on stream. That's sad. Oh, yeah. I see now. No, I think it's... There looks to be some sort of weird artifact here indeed. Maybe this is then the part that has the blur. Yeah. Yeah, it does look. No, it's not the stream. There really is. Interesting. Would also be cool if you could just click this 24 and if it would, even if it would just bounce up and down, that would be so fun. But I'm going to continue by at least creating the layout, and then later we can tweak that further. Column view, left column, SVG. Oh. Oh, yeah, it's cut off. Oh, good point. Bartos, camel casing all the attributes. Yeah, that's a good one. Drag out of the frame. Man, working together with everyone is so much nicer. Drag out of the frame. Then we get like these. Oh, just like the whole thing. Yeah. No, now everything is gone. I can't select it then. Oh, but there's the background missing. Or copy paste. Yeah. We need this one too. It's not part of the frame unless we take this. Let's just take the whole thing for a second. Boop. You see there's so much more that they left in. Copy pasting is then easier, I guess. Copy, paste. No. I want to paste it outside. Yeah. Then we can remove the left column. And the divider too, I think. Oh, but now we missed the bottom section. Damn it. My bad. Isn't that in there? Oh, no, it isn't. Then we need to have the group. Oh, and I wanted to copy. Maybe remove the clip from the main frame. Yeah, I think like this, moving it out helps a lot already. Remove the left column. Ooh, but now we need to move that one in a second. I hate the auto layout. Or let's just say, I don't know how auto layout works properly. Because if I do this, nothing will match anymore. Or we just have to leave it in and we have to crop it out. Oh, we can say align to that side. Oh no, that also doesn't align it to the end. No. I clearly don't know how this auto layout works. I want to have it aligned with that last side. Nope, not gonna spend time on that now. Gonna copy it without the background so we at least can finish the page. And then I can ask the designer to help me with that image. Saves a lot of time again. Paste, paste. Yeah, like this is fine for now. Yeah, there's probably quite a bit of work to also make this work properly, because indeed replacing all these stroke opacity, stroke width is still needed. And that might also be the reason for the weird artifact. So I will also do that off stream. Replace all kebab case attributes. This one isn't happy either. I think it's just because it's way too much. Man, I miss live streaming. Oh, here it goes. It was still thinking. I don't know how you could even join, because otherwise we could just be debugging these weird issues together, Omar. I miss you. But I guess that VS Code decided to cooperate now. Remove auto layout. Yeah, I tried it, but it still didn't fall into the right place, at least. Weak view. You don't have any time anymore to live stream, Omar? The fear to leak sensitive data. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But it's so fun also having this chill music in the background. I mean, it's now 7:45 in the evening, so I actually kinda want to stop because of time, but also really enjoying it. So we're still gonna put these cards in place, do that, because then we have 75% finished hero component at least. So let's see. Now the question is, how are we gonna properly position them? That's gonna be fun. I'd rather not want to use position absolute for this, but I mean, what other options do we have? CSS grid. But then what? How would that help us? I don't think it would really help us. Please continue, let's go. Let's see if my girlfriend is already on her way home. At least no messages. No, she isn't. She's still at her parents'. So we can go on for a little bit. We have a long weekend on Monday, Easter. How are we gonna properly put these things together? Maybe we just have to start with position absolute. Ooh, the horror. Class name, relative, just a background image. Just a background image. Just a background image, yeah? Yeah, because the thing is, I want to add some scroll animations to this too, so the two cards like move closer together if you scroll. So I kind of need to have two separate elements. So I could, of course, like make two background. If you had one background image, you could indeed just make it behind the text as well. I think we can also do that if we... Let's for a second also go, just gonna position them absolute for a minute and let's see where we get. Class name is absolute. Then we're gonna give this a fixed height for now, 400 pixels. Left 0, bottom 0. I guess everything will break in a second, but that's okay. Absolute. Right 0. Top 0. Oh, there's also some background leaking out of the rounded corners here. So there's quite a bit we have to tweak with these SVGs. Maybe convert them to PNG anyway. And then maybe just make this icon a separate element so we can animate that. But the rest is just an image because there's, yeah, the scaling is nice with the SVG. But as long as we have a WebP that's large enough and still a lot smaller in size, that can also work. Getting them to sit on the dotted lines. Oh yes, Cody, definitely. Yeah, because they're also still in the background there. So we have, oh, this is a nice one. So maybe we should not be using the SVGs in perspective, but should make like an image that is not in perspective and then tilt it all together. That will make it positioning on the lines a lot easier, I think. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Let's try that. Let's say we're going to remove the SVGs for now, and we're just going to make it a div. Class name is BG gray 300 with 400 pixels aspect video. So we have at least some sort of thing to work with. This one too. What if you consider a grid bento and make... Yes, Mariano, I'm thinking the same, yeah. I'm thinking that we could indeed just make it like flat, and then the whole wrapper, we just rotate that like 45 degrees so you get like this 3D perspective view. Mark, you mean you missed the perspective then? But because there is like in CSS, you can also do perspective transformations, and then you really get the depth feeling too. So I think we could get this to work. Because like if we would say perspective, I don't know, 500 pixels. And then we say, let's just do it in the inspector. Because it's always a gamble. Yes, Mariano, now I need the Figma assets without perspective. That's why I went for the gray squares for now. Because I thought, oh my God. Oh, Mark, that's a good point. Then to have like the... You mean this border? Yeah. That will be harder to replicate then. I mean, we could do that, but the rounded corner is simply impossible. I mean, look, if we go to this video, I made these cards here too, which is kind of also the perspective animations. And you see like this very small line that has like give the card a little bit of depth, but that's also really faked, let's say. So it's not, yeah. Like this is way different than the design. It just lies like 20 pixels behind in depth. So it looks like it's actually seeing the side, but you're actually looking at it flat, which is a little bit of a hack. Whew. This is fun and hard challenge. This piece could be its own YouTube video, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it might make sense to just cut some pieces out of this video and make them real full-on YouTube videos. But it's also a little bit hard to cut in this, I guess, because there's so much, I don't know, moments where I'm thinking. Yeah. If I were you, I would pause the stream and have a word with the designer. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm sure I won't finish it in this stream, but I'm just like thinking out loud and like to think with you guys how we could approach it. Because indeed, if we would go the perspective route, these sides would be very hard to do. But I think would make the rest so much easier. Hey Ian, welcome to the chat. The designers are definitely not making my life easier here. Cody, as for the animations, we discussed them together, and the thing we want to go for with the animations is that they are, at least for these cards, we discussed them, is that if we scroll down, like these cards just come together, so you have a very basic, simple animation on them. But like in general, for example, the arrow that I added, no, that's definitely something I did on my own. But I know that the designer really likes me to just add these small touches to them, to the website. They really like it. But most of the time I do discuss them with the designer afterwards to make sure that they're happy with what I did. Yeah, Mark, we could indeed try the pseudo element, which is also what I did with the Google cards. I think it could work. I'm just trying to think out loud before I continue this route. That's the only thing that's still quite hard to do with 3D perspective in CSS, to get these kind of rounded or these standing depths. Like give this card depth. Geez, sometimes I'm lacking my English words quite a bit. And the thing also, the rounded corners also is making this quite hard. But again, we could like fake it like I did with the Google cards too. So now there is really like this standing up piece of the element. But what could definitely work is if you just, here, this is like a white surface. And if you just have the gray surface that's underneath here, but has like a 10 pixels distance to the front. So it's actually not, there's no distance on the, what was this, the y-axis, but there's only a distance on the z-axis. And that is why you, no, is it the z towards you? Oh my God, I don't know anything about 3D. There is only a distance toward you that is different and not in the height. And I think you could kind of give visually the impression then that there is this space, although this might look slightly different. This will look the same, but that piece here will be harder. Whew. Could you try checking Figma dev mode? Top layer will be translated back in perspective. I think we just have to give it a go. Let's see if we say transform, translate, X, translate C. Oh, wait. The perspective needs to be on the parent. So we need to have another wrapper. Ooh, stuff is starting to slow down on my MacBook. Transform, translate, Y. X, Z. No. Oh, or is this to rotate, right? Rotate X. No. 5 degrees. Right. So confusing, these 3D rotations. So is it the Z-axis then? No, it was the X-axis. Scale and rotate, yeah. Feels like the two are moving into opposite directions. Oh no, it's not. It's actually correct. Right. Oh, and we did minus. No, we didn't do minus. Perspective. That doesn't change too much. Rotate X. I'm always getting quite confused with these perspective rotations. And I believe Tailwind doesn't have, no rotate X. Rotate X. 35 degrees. Sorry for the silence. That is because you can't hear me think. So that also means that we probably need to do some yeah, right, we can move them over the x-axis. No. Thank you, Ian. Love your YouTube contents, he's saying. Thank you so much. It's gonna be interesting positioning them in the right place still. Because, I mean, I'm not even thinking about responsive right now, so... And yes, I know adding ugly Tailwind classes, but that's fine for now. You're welcome anytime in my pro plan, Ian. I mean, there is a lot more content coming in the future too. I also want to do some more Tailwind stuff and things like that. But yeah, so many things to do, so little time, right? Let's remove the overflow because we actually need to see it because then it's also underneath the text. Yeah, so that needs to... Right, so we add the overflow clip here. so little energy after working. Yeah, that's also true. And that's also why I've been thinking a lot about like my YouTube content in general too. Also, something like this is way more relaxing to watch than watching, for example, my YouTube rebuild video. That's like 2 hours of me coding, and it's quite intense to look at that and watch it. Whereas something like this is way more, I don't know, fun and relaxing. I've also been thinking of doing more like vlog style content, maybe a little bit more behind the scenes videos, shorter parts, things like that. I think it's a lot more fun than having these really long, boring videos because many people are just not in the mood for them. Final graphics in 2D, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna make them 2D. That's why I'm also working with the gray squares now instead of the image. So this is the image, let's say for now, and then I'm gonna add like a gray background too. Gray, I mean red, for example, so we can try to make the perspective. That was actually what my goal was. Sorry for not explaining that properly. Last name Z10 and relative. I mean, this kinda could work. That one is at a, what's the angle? .30-degree angle. And this one is at -30. Yeah, okay. So it's actually reversed from here. That's actually funny. I added the rotate to only the first image, but both of them are being rotated in 3D. Oh no. Did I add some inline styles? Let me quickly refresh. Oh, I did. Haha. So this should actually be added to this div. This is more fun to watch. Thank you, BFM Coding. Oh, and yes, Mark, definitely with the correct images in there will help in visualizing. That's true. But I can't get them right now, so I just thought I'd continue just a little bit to have something set up. And then indeed we will make sure that we have the right image before we wrap this fully up. But that will then be something for next week. Deborah Alter, my take on Chakra UI. I used it a lot in the past, like until, I don't know, 3 years ago or something. But that was also when I was still using styled components. And actually, since switching to Tailwind, I just haven't used it anymore because I use Tailwind for everything and I really like it. But in general, nothing wrong with Chakra. Yeah, but because we are now indeed rotating the whole div, this rotate is also going to be in perspective. So I think I will gonna play around a little bit off stream with the right settings for all of this instead of experimenting with this for 2 hours or more. So then at least I have some sort of approach, hopefully before the next stream, and then we can discuss the things I found out and how we can continue with that. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think so. I think we're actually gonna call it a day here. I think I'm gonna invest some time, probably early next week, to find out how I can make that perspective work the best. And then we just keep on continue working on it. And maybe I have a few appointments next week, but maybe like big portion of my time next week can be doing a stream like this. Next stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is weekend. I don't think I'm gonna stream in the weekend. I'm not sure. What do people watch more, in the weekend streams or on weekdays actually? I'm from the Netherlands. Yeah, so like I said, I was also looking at the chat for a little bit. Most people watching the weekend have no idea. Yeah, it's so hard. I always try to like make a little bit of split between work and personal things, of course. And to me, this still is work. So I try not to do too much of that in the weekend, because that way I can recharge myself for the upcoming week. So I'm thinking of doing another stream next week on Tuesday, maybe a similar time then, which means for me it's still in the evening. But now at least I have everything set up. Although if I want to record a YouTube video, I need to move everything again to the desk over there. So we'll see about that, how I can manage with that, move all of the stuff around constantly. Oh well. Any perspective CSS generators online? Yeah, might be interesting. Thank you so much, Cody. Nice to see you here too. And yeah, I hope you join the next time too. You had some really useful tips as well. And we just keep continue building with this. So just make sure you turn on notifications so you know when I get online. And then I hope to see you again here as well. Really informative. Thank you so much, Alter Riku. Thank you all. Very nice to watch. Thank you so much. Really grateful for it. Really happy because, I mean, yeah, it was the very first time experimenting with everything. I've been working over, 1.5 days, I think, to set everything up to make sure that this works. And it seems that it worked. So let's see if I in a second know how to end the stream or then simply delete everything. We'll see. I'm happy it worked, but now I'm also kind of exhausted and gonna relax on the couch a little bit, I think. But I enjoyed it too. Thank you all for joining, and yeah, let's try next week Tuesday. Hope to see you guys then. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, night to some. Have a great rest of your day. Talk soon. Bye-bye.